Hi everyone. Today we are going to be reading The Little Book of Presidential Elections by Zach Bush and Lori Friedman, illustrated by Sarah Van Evera. This book is dedicated to our wonderful reader. Lately, you've probably heard a lot about the upcoming presidential election. Maybe you've seen news stories on TV about it, or stickers on cars, or signs in yards. These are signals that an election is near. But what is a presidential election? By the time you get to the end of this book, you will know all about the process of electing a president and why it is important to vote. Are you ready to learn? Just turn the page. A presidential election is a very special time. Why, you ask? Because an election for the President of the United States only takes place once every 4 years. A presidential election is a process of voting to choose someone to be the leader of our country. Every person who has the right to vote gets to help choose who will be the president. Who has the right to vote in a presidential election? Today, anyone who is a citizen over the age of 18 can vote. But even if you're not over 18, it's important to know who is running for president and what they stand for. One day, you will be able to vote too. What does it mean to vote? Voting is a way of making a group decision, like what everyone in your family wants for dinner. But what happens if everyone wants something different? Whoever has the most votes wins. Sometimes people disagree over small decisions, like what's for dinner. But it can also happen with very big decisions, like who should be president. And elections will determine the winner. A presidential election starts with two candidates. Candidates are the people running against each other for president. The candidates give speeches to let people know what they believe in and why they think they will be the best person for the job. Sometimes they do that. Sometimes they do interviews and do speeches. Not always. Sometimes candidates disagree. Sometimes they argue over very important issues. It's more like they always argue over very important issues. Having a difference of opinion is okay, but it is important to be polite and respectful. Always listen to what others have to say, and if you disagree with someone, it is important to do your best to understand their point of view and not try to throw them into prison so they cannot run for the president. The presidential election begins with the primary election. This is when the candidates who will run against each other are selected. This time around, though, Kamala Harris was not selected. She was selected, but she wasn't voted in by the people. Biden was voted in. Once selected, the public then votes on which of the candidates they want to be the president. Who is the public? The public is people just like you and me. When the public casts their votes, this is called the popular vote. You may think that the President of the United States is just voted on by all of the people in the country, and the person with the most votes wins. But it is not that simple. The president is actually elected by something called the Electoral College. The Electoral College. Here's how it works. The people in each state vote. Electors from that state cast their votes. The candidate with the most electoral votes wins the election and becomes the president. Being president is a big job. The president should be a symbol of our country, our people, and our beliefs. Voting for the best candidate for the job is a privilege. Many people in the world don't have the right to vote, but the United States is a democracy. That means it is a government by the people and for the people. In a democracy, the people vote for their leader. This is one of the things that makes the United States of America so special. How do you decide who you want to vote for? Some people want equal rights for everyone. Some want to protect the environment. Some want to save the animals. Some want good schools everywhere. Some want doctors for all. Voting for the person who best represents the issues that matter to you is one of the most important things that you could do. It may seem like one vote won't make a difference, but if everybody votes, it adds up to a lot of voices being heard. So always remember that every vote counts. Plus, you'll get a cool sticker that says, "I voted." Congratulations! You've earned your voting badge. Now you understand how presidential elections work and why voting is a special privilege. Here's some important terms to know. Presidential election, the process of voting to choose someone to be the leader of our country. Candidate, the people running against each other for president. Primary election, when the candidates who will be running against each other are selected. General election, when the people of the country cast their votes for president. The popular vote, the candidate who gets the most votes nationwide is said to have won the popular vote. Electoral College, established by the founding fathers of our country as a way to make sure the presidential elections are fair. Electoral vote, the candidate who wins the most electoral votes wins the election. Democracy, a government by the people. Go to the website booksbyzachandlori.com to print out your voting badge and keep reading all the books in the Little Book of series to learn new things and earn more badges. Other books in this series include The Little Book of Camping, The Little Book of Friendship, The Little Book of Kindness, and The Little Book of Patience. Thank you for reading the book with us, and hope you enjoyed it. Remember to vote when you're 18, and have a good day.